Welcome back, Toy fans, to episode 181 of Reynolds Reviews. And on today's episode, we've got a gift box from our monkey boy. Cue the match. Welcome back, everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, today we have got a gift box from our Dave over at Monkey Boys Toys. Now, Dave and myself talk quite a lot. Absolutely top guy with a top channel. We often send little gifts to each other, and this week he has sent me a lovely parcel with some vintage goodies inside. So let's go see what our Dave has been kind enough to send us. Okay, here we go, folks. Now, I have taken out the outer box. This was inside. Now, I've not opened this yet. Now, I think I know what's inside this because this is something that myself and Dave spoke about a while ago, but I completely forgot about it, to be honest. So it's a nice little surprise, but let's open this up. There we go. Okay. Awesome, so we've got some annuals. So let's just take a look. We've got a note. And the note says, "Greetings, Agent Reynolds. I hope this finds you well." It does, Dave. Thank you, mate. "So here are some things for your eyes." Okay, cheers, Dave. "I hope you can find a nook or indeed a cranny to house them in the Reynolds base." I'm sure I can, mate. Thank you. "They are not all in mint condition, but I think and hope they are acceptable." I'm sure they are, mate. At the end of the day, they're a gift, Dave, so they will be treasured no matter what, mate. "Thank you for all your support and encouragement. I'm going to make like a shepherd and get the flock out of here." Warm regards, Monkey Boy and Skeletor. So thank you, Dave. That is awesome. A lovely note. That will go in my box of notes with all the others, and that will be treasured. Very important. Okay, so you can see what Dave has sent us. So to start with, we have got a very nice Ghostbusters book. Now, Dave is a huge Ghostbusters fan. You'll see that if you watch his channel. But that is awesome. Great front cover. Oh, right, and we've got a real Ghostbusters Annual. That is my first real Ghostbusters Annual. I'm starting to get a nice little collection of annuals now. Something I never really thought I'd get into, but I'm really enjoying picking up annuals now. So we've got real Ghostbusters. Oh, we've got another real Ghostbusters. That's a cool cover. Wow, that is really nice. "Stop flickering spotlight, you scumbag." Sorry, everyone, my spotlight's flickering. I think it's on its way out. We've got another real Ghostbusters Annual. I wonder if these go in order. Oh, cool. We've got a Masters of the Universe 1987 Annual. That is very nice. What a nice front cover that is. Awesome. Oh, and we've got a little note on the front of this one. So we've got another, it's a little bit bigger than the rest, a Ladybird Masters of the Universe Annual, and it says, "The artwork in this book is amazing, particularly on the inside cover and the tug of war between He-Man and Faker on pages 18 and 19. Wow, okay, so I'll make sure we check those out. But then look at that front cover, man. How nice is that? Dave, thank you, mate. These are awesome. So let's get them on the table and take a closer look. Okay, so let's start in the order that they came out in. So we've got the Ghostbusters book to start with. So it's a storybook written by Anne Digby. And just look at that front cover to start with, folks. A very, very famous and iconic image, one we all know well. But yeah, what an awesome book. As we open it up, so sorry about the glare, folks. It is quite glossy, so I'm trying not to get too much glare, so I apologise. But obviously that famous Ghostbusters logo. But look in that top corner. So have we got the name of a previous owner there? So it says Angelo Calabrese, I think that says. I love stuff like that. You know, some people really don't like it, but I actually really don't mind it when we get things like that. Just shows that the book has had a life before it got into our possession. I just love things like that. So as we go in, so it's just showing us. Straight away, we've got images from the movie. So is this just telling us the story of the film? I think it is. So iconic images straight away. Look, we've got the library ghost. I don't know what the name of it is, but really cool. We've got a picture of Harold Ramis there, taken from us far too early. It's a really good image. What an awesome book. So we've got Janine there. I didn't realise until recently, actually, the lady who played Janine is who plays the grandma in Young Sheldon. I didn't realise that until fairly recently. We've got Slimer. This is so awesome, Dave. Thank you. So it's just depicting the movie. This is so cool. So we've got the Terror Dogs there. Are they called Terror Dogs? Have I got that right? I think they're called Terror Dogs. I might be completely wrong there. We've got the famous Ghostbusters firehouse there. We've got Walter Peck. I did like that character, I've got to admit. I did chuckle whenever Walter Peck was in scenes, because Venkman used to give him loads, didn't he?
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Oh, this is so cool. And then we've got some, again, really well-known images. We've got the boys there with what looks like Marshmallow, so when they've just defeated Marshmallow Man, and then Venkman soaking up the applause like he often did. And then on the back, again, that famous logo. But wow, what a great book to start with, Dave. Thank you so much. That will be treasured. Okay, and now we've got to the first real Ghostbusters Annual, and these are cool, man. I've got to admit, I've never ever owned any Ghostbusters Annuals, but I am getting a nice little collection of annuals now, so these are my first, and honestly, that is such a cool front cover. I really like that front cover. The animations I thought were always cool. Obviously nothing like the movies, but just really, really nice. Let's open it up. So again, look at that image straight as soon as we open the front cover. Look at that, man. How cool is that, with all the ghouls and the ghosts and all the guys there with Slimer? Okay, £3.95. I'm interested to know what year this is. £3.95, that seems quite a lot for an annual. So let's take a look. So 1989 this. So £3.95 in 89. That seems quite a lot to me. I don't know if I'm just out of touch there, but that seems quite a lot to me. So got all the lovely comic animations. This is in great shape, this book, by the looks of it. Yeah, I mean, look at those illustrations. I remember these so vividly. These kind of comic strips, and just all their colours, and yeah, man, awesome. Got a ghost going into the ghost trap there. Ghostbusters busted. This is so cool. That we've got a Peter Venkman bio there. Some info about Peter. How awesome are these? This is in great shape as well, Dave, by the way. This one, I mean, you said that they're not all in great condition, but this one looks fantastic. Got the guys getting into the Ecto-1 there. We've got another bio, Egon Spengler. I believe that is our Dave's favourite character. I'm sure he said he likes Egon. These are just awesome to go through, and you know, I don't recall having Ghostbusters Annuals when I was a kid, but they're all a very similar style, and they just give you that nostalgic kick. Oh, we've got another one there in Ray's stance, so I'm assuming we'll have Winston somewhere in here. But just look at how cool these images are. Yeah, and there we go, we've got Winston Zedmore as well. What a great annual. And in really great shape, this one as well, Dave, so thank you, man. Let's get to the next one. Okay, so we're moving on to the next Ghostbusters Annual now, and sure enough, the last one was 89, I've just checked, this one is 90, but look at that front cover. How awesome is that front cover, that vivid red, and we've got all the guys in the grip of our friend Mr. Stay Puft. What a great front cover that is. And then we come inside, look, and straight away we've got a huge image this time of Slimer bursting out of the Ghostbusters sign. And man, what a cool image. But in the corner, look, $3.99, so gone up a few pence this year. So what, 4p in a year? That's not too bad, is it? But $3.99, again, it just still seems quite expensive for 1990, but maybe that's just me. So as we go in, lovely image of Ecto-1 there, bursting out of the firehouse. And I think you can visibly start to see the illustrations get a little bit better. The colours are a little bit more varied. But these annuals are awesome, man. They really are nice. So in this one, it's going into the classifications of ghosts. So it tells us all the different classes, what you see, and how you deal with them as well. Such a cool idea. So we've even got things like Winston's diary, a day in the life of Winston Zedmore. So it gives you some diary entries there of Winston's diary, so you can read them and things he's written on which days. These are so awesome, man. Then we've got a Dear Janine section, so you could write letters in. See if you were enjoying the annuals. And who remembers things like this? So back in the 80s and 90s, you got things like this. So make your own Slimer hand puppet. And look at that. How great is this? I remember things like this. So cool, man. So yeah, this is 1990, so I think the next one's going to be 91, but what an awesome annual, Dave. And again, in amazing shape. So thank you so much. This will go lovingly into the collection. Okay, and we've got the last Ghostbusters Annual, so this is 1991, and once again we've got a superb image on the front cover, all the guys bursting out of the back of Ecto 1 with Slimer, and what a fantastic cover. And as we go in, we've got a picture of all the guys, all the gang partying on the front, in the theatre. It looks like they're in the theatre anyway, people chucking things out the crowd. But look, £4.50 now. So that's taken a big hike. So last year it was $3.99, now £4.50. But once again, as we go through, very similar artwork now, you can see. But I honestly think you can see the comic strips visibly improving. You know, the illustrations look that tiny bit better, the colours look better. And they're just awesome. Then we've got more games, so we've got Janine there. You've got to cut these out and match up the heads and the torsos and the legs to the correct alien or ghost. We've got the start of another story there. But who remembers things like this in annuals back in the day? So this was quite a regular thing in annuals. You could get cut out masks, so you could cut out the faces of Egon and Janine. And you can even act out your own Ghostbusters story. So they would give you a story here, look, and tell you there all the lines and who they belong to, and then you could act them out yourself with your pals or whatever. There's so much in these annuals. And we've got more masks, so we've got Slimer. Not sure who that lady is, but these are all cut out masks that you can cut out and use. It's so awesome, man. More comic strips and stories, and there's just so much packed in these annuals. And I guess maybe I'm doing them a disservice by going on about the price, because there is so much in them. And again, one last story to finish with, and a really cool bit of artwork there. And then we've got the same image at the back of the book. So yeah, another amazing Ghostbusters Annual. Once again, thank you, Dave. That is awesome. Nice to have the 3 in sequential order as well. So, okay, let's move on to He-Man. Okay, folks, so moving on to the first Masters of the Universe Annual. So as you can see, this is a 1987 annual. I don't have this one, so I'm really pleased to get it. And again, another amazing front cover. All what I would call the main sort of core characters on there. And that is just such a wonderful front cover. And I've always loved that Masters of the Universe logo. I just think it looks so cool, man. And immediately as we go in, we're presented with this lovely image of He-Man and Stratos fighting with Triclops and Skeletor there. We can see at the bottom £3.50. So really, when you actually think about it, I mean, this is what, 1987. So again, quite expensive. So I guess Ghostbusters doesn't seem so expensive now, but maybe I'm just obviously remembering it wrong. I thought they were cheaper, but awesome images we go in. And then as we go into book, you can see plenty of story there, but accompanied with some beautiful images. So we've got He-Man on the Wind Raider there. We've got Triclops and Skeletor with the Power Sword. And the more you go through this book, there's just some stunning images. So we can see He-Man and Teela there. But really fantastic artwork for 1987. Not that the time should really matter how good the artwork is, I guess. But I guess I'm just still amazed by just how good things were back then. You know, with the amount of technology that's available to people now, everything in here you can see is just completely hand-drawn. So amazing. We've got He-Man and Man-at-Arms there fighting some goblins, what they look like, something like. And then as we get further in, we've got classic comic strips, very much like what I expect to see in annuals. We've got Prince Adam there at the bottom, He-Man on Battle Cat, we've got Teela and Man-at-Arms in the Wind Raider now. And they just look spectacular. Great images as you go through. And just so much packed into these annuals. You can see why we love them as kids, because there's just so much in them. And then we finish off with a game as well. So you've even got games in these. But yeah, so cool. And also an amazing image on the back of this annual as well. So we've got He-Man riding on Battle Cat there, going into battle. And just such stunning artwork on these annuals. So once again, Dave, another thank you, mate. Again, another annual in absolutely exceptional condition. Again, you said that these were in great nick, but at the moment, mate, I'm not seeing any issues. These are absolutely wonderful. Okay, on to the last one. And there we go, folks, the final He-Man and Masters of the Universe annual, this one by Ladybird, and this is actually significantly bigger in size than the others, but now this is the one that Dave sort of said that the artwork is exceptional in it, and look out for page 18 with He-Man and Faker. So, but look at that front cover, man, how awesome is that front cover? And I've said before, I just love that logo, but the artwork there is amazing. Huge image of He-Man and the Power Sword, that is awesome. And as we go inside, look at that image. Just as soon as you open the front cover, we've got He-Man on Battle Cat there. We've got Man-at-Arms on the Sky Sled, is it? I hope I've got that right. We've got Beastman, we've got Stratos, we've got Trapjaw, Skeletor, we've got Teela coming out of Castle Grayskull. What an image. And as we go in, I think you can see the artwork has just gone up in standard. You can see it's just that much sort of more detailed, and the colours again are really vibrant. Look at these images, absolutely awesome. We've got plenty of story going on, as you can see there. We've got Battle Cat and the Sorceress at the gates of Castle Grayskull. We've got He-Man going off on Stridor there. Yeah, man, this just looks so good. Okay, so we've got to page 18 so we can see what looks like He-Man and Faker in a tug of war. Now, the way they've done the colouring is very interesting there, because obviously initially it's not clear straight away who's who, but I can only assume when we look at the colours on this guy. So this guy must be Faker, because that He-Man there looks like he's more got the blonder hair, the way the colours are. So I'm thinking that's Faker, and I don't know if this is the first time we're introduced to Faker. Not only in this annual, but just in the franchise. I'm not sure if this is the first time we see Faker, because I think this is a very early annual. I can't see a date at the front of it, but this is just so good. There we go. So we've got Faker again in the bottom corner. And I'm going to have an absolute blast going through these, Dave. So thank you so much for sending them. I mean, look at these illustrations, man. Yeah, and we've got He-Man again on Battle Cat. We've got Teela on the Road Ripper there, almost forgot. And then we've got Skeletor there in Roton. And a little purple friend on Monkey Boy's channel might enjoy this as well. But yeah, such an awesome book. Again, thank you, Dave. And then we finish off with that same image. What an image that is. Absolutely unbelievable. So again, another amazing annual. Thank you, Dave. And again, in exceptional condition. You mentioned in your note that they weren't in that great condition, but honestly, mate, they are all absolutely fantastic. So really happy to get them in my collection. Thank you so much, buddy. Okay, let's get everything back on the table and we'll wrap up. And there we go, folks. And as you can see, a plethora of annuals from our Dave. If you don't know Dave over at Monkey Boys Toys, check out his channel. It's absolutely fantastic and really funny as well. He's got some awesome vintage toys to show on there. Make sure you check his channel out. He will appreciate the support. I'll put a link in the description. Make sure you check that out afterwards. But yeah, there we go. Look at all those beautiful annuals, Dave. Thank you so much. I have got a shelf dedicated to annuals and comics, so they will go lovely on there. And yeah, of course, like everything I am sent, folks, they will be treasured. So yeah, there we go, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by and giving me a shot. I hope you'll consider leaving a like and subscribing. And if you're one of my existing viewers and existing subscribers, thanks for sticking with me, folks. I really do appreciate it. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. I always try to read everyone's comments and get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. I'll see you next time.